You know I like you, right? You know that I think you're cool, and you know that I appreciate you. You know all those things, right? All right, I need to tell you something that's just direct, and I'm just gonna say it. Here's something I've noticed about most of my nearly 2,000 subscribers who leave comments saying what Norwood status they are. They're wrong. You're wrong. Most of you are wrong. Remember, I like you. I like you. Okay? Nothing but respect. But I gotta say, you guys aren't good at figuring out what Norwood you are. If you're a Norwood 1, you're claiming you're a Norwood 3. If you're not even in the Norwood category yet, you're claiming that you're Norwood 1. And if you are Norwood 2, you're claiming that you're bald. So what I'm having to do is, like, when I get comments of people telling me how bald they are or what Norwood they are, you've heard of the expression, take it with a grain of salt. I'm like, hang on. Like, it's not a grain of salt, it's like a whole grinder full of pink Himalayan salt. Like, it's the whole thing is what's happening. Yeah, so I think we need to just have a quick talk about this, because what's happening is you guys are completely overreacting to and I totally get it. I understand there actually are 19-year-olds with Norwood 3 like I've got, because out of the dozens of people who've sent me pictures, one 19-year-old had a Norwood 3 out of everybody. And then the next oldest Norwood 3 was age 29. So it's pretty uncommon. What is common that I'm actually seeing is Norwood 1 and sometimes Norwood 2. So you guys are saying you're a lot worse, but in reality you're not, because I'm seeing the pictures. So let's just go through this again. I like you, but you're not good at assessing what Norwood you are, okay? So just let me help you so you can stop freaking out, okay? Like, yeah, you're showing the first signs of hair loss, and it may get worse in the next couple of years. It might, but at least you need to know what Norwood you are, okay? So let's just go through the first couple stages, because that's all that really applies to anyone who's watching my video who's a lot younger than me. Norwood 1, okay? Norwood 1 is when your temples on the side of your head is going back like this. On the sides only. You wouldn't be able to tell this by looking here so much, but you definitely could look on the sides and see that there's going to be an angle going back on the sides. It's receding on the sides. But again, Norwood 1 means only on the sides. Forget about your hairline. We're not talking about that for Norwood 1. And that's what most of you actually are. I see your pictures, I know. And it's so cliche to me that I basically got the same email ready to go. I just copy and paste. Actually, now that I've seen your pictures, you're actually Norwood 1. All I see is this. I don't see anything. It's the same email. I'm just copying and pasting. Like, that's how cliche it is. That's how predictable it is for me. Okay? Which is a good thing for you, because that means it's not as bad as you think it is. Now, Norwood 2. In addition to some temple receding here, you've now also got a hairline that, instead of straight across with perhaps the angles on the sides going on like Tony Danza or Anthony Bourdain, but now instead of being framed like a square, it's going up. So you're going to have a V shape, which means you're going to have boxed in angles on the sides over here. You're going to have 90-degree angles, and you're going to have a V here. So 90-degree angles on the sides, but still a V is what you're going to have. That's Norwood 2. If you can absolutely see that you've got it going back here and a V, then chances are you're actually Norwood 2. But if I can't look at you straight on and see a V, I'm not buying it. You're not Norwood 2. Now, lastly, that would apply to anyone actually sent it, because I'm not going to even go past Norwood 3, because it's not you. Trust me, I've seen the pictures. No one's ever sent me Norwood 4 or worse. All right, Norwood 3. Obviously, it's me, but let me explain what Norwood 3 actually is, because so many of you think that you're a hypochondriac. You're thinking that you're Norwood 3 and you're not. Okay, so look. Norwood, I gotta scratch my nose, sorry. Very unprofessional, very unprofessional. Norwood 3. Mickey Mouse. Can you go look at Mickey Mouse real quick and see how his ears are on his face? That's basically how it is. There's gonna be a letter M. It's rounded off up here, On both sides, it's going to be a round shape, just like Mickey Mouse has. See that? And that would be where Mickey Mouse's ears are. It's a very obvious M. Okay? So unless you've got a very obvious M, then you're probably still in the Norwood 2. If you can still see you've got boxed in angles up here, you're still Norwood 2. I'm Norwood 3. What we have, in addition to the M, we've got more of a peninsula, rounded off peninsula. And what's going to happen to me is, probably by the time I hit 40, is this peninsula, what's going to happen is it's going to keep getting narrower and narrower until it's more of just a strip. And then as that blends into Norwood 4, and I've got a thinning spot here, I'm going to continue to, that thinning spot will grow until finally this starts disconnecting from the rest. Okay? So I've given you a glimpse at Norwood 4. But please know the crisis I'm going through. You're just know that from now on, when anyone sends me a comment saying that you're bald, and you know, all your friends have hair, but you're bald, or you're gonna say that you're Norwood 2 or Norwood 3. No, you're not. I mean, it's one thing if you've actually got it assessed by a dermatologist or someone who is actually a professional, but until you do that, you got me, and you keep sending me your pictures, and I'm telling you, it is so much worse in your mind. Not only are you freaking out about what's going to happen, but you're freaking out about what's going to happen when you get to that point, and you're not even at that point yet. And I'm like, I'm the only one that could know this because I keep seeing these pictures. So like, I don't know how else to convince you that most of you are over analyzing your Norwood status. It's not as bad as you think. I know because I keep seeing your pictures. Okay? Look, Norwood 1, sides are starting to go back. Norwood 2, you're seeing the letter V. Number 3, it's Mickey Mouse, or the letter M, in which it's rounded off. If you send me a picture and I see it straight up, I'm like, no, you're freaking out. That's what's actually happening. Hypochondriac, that's what's actually happening. I'm telling you. Okay, I had to make a whole video. Seriously, you're over analyzing it.